Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello and welcome Aquarius to my YouTube channel. Thank you for coming along and watching the videos and supporting the videos. If you haven't subscribed, I take this opportunity now to invite you to subscribe to my channel, and also just leave me if you like the content that I do, because I get any sort of feedback is fine. So give me a thumbs up, and also leave a comment about how these readings are going for you, or just if it resonates or anything like that as well. So and also while I remember, a super happy Merry Christmas, and or however you like to put it. It's having a wonderful Christmas, a peaceful Christmas, and also a loving Christmas in whatever way that you are celebrating it for you, okay? Now, let me see. I don't normally, there's something about, let me see, not wanting to do something, face something, see something, or have something. It's kind of like this, an illusion in a way, the words that are coming through. So I'm just kind of like, where are they going with that? So there may be a few things that have been going on around you, or or within you, that you're trying to process, or you're working out how it works for you, how it fits for you, and that sort of thing. So anyway, I'm just going to go back to my introduction. So welcome, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed and left comments or thumbs up along the way there. So I do encourage connecting with both immediate social media platforms. So on my Facebook page as well. So if you have come across this video on Facebook, and you've ended up liking and following me on my Facebook page as well, then that's awesome. So thank you very much. The other thing is that I'd just like to remind everybody that the messages that come through with these readings may or may not resonate with you. So you have free will. So you just reminding you that if it doesn't fit, then it doesn't fit. So check out one of the other signs. Okay, so. Because what happens is it may be more of a forecast for you, so it may not, that's why it may not resonate. So anyway, check out one of the other signs. So this is for Aquarius, and so Aquarius may be in your astrological chart, and it could be your sun, moon, rising, or ascending, or Venus sign for you, okay? So if you do not know what your other signs are, then check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator on it, and it will work it out for you. Okay, cool. So let me see, where are we going? There's just like all this gung-ho energy, and then they're like, oh, stop. Okay, so it may be that, because I'm feeling like you may have put your energy, or a lot of your energy, into doing something, and it may be that you haven't got the outcome that you've necessarily wanted, or you may be that it's just like, okay, take a breath, stop and take a rest, take a break, or reset, and maybe thinking about what you're doing, maybe not just a physical, maybe not necessarily a physical sort of a break or rest. It could be that, and that mental, emotional rest as well. So taking a break, okay. Anyway, okay, so today I'm going to be using either one of or some of these Sacred Earth Oracle deck, the Rider-Waite and Voyager Tarot, and also the angel cards here as well. So I've picked up the Rider-Waite deck at the moment, and I'm shuffling away there, and as we were chatting away there, and the first card that come out is the Three of Swords. It's got this, so there may have been some sort of disheartenment that's come up, something, or you may have been disappointment that's somewhere along the way. So today the flow, or the spread that we're going to do today, and I'm calling it a flow, is it's like more about what do I need to do for myself in the now, or yourself in the now. What are you doing to block yourself, and what is blocking me, or what is potentially blocking me or blocking you in this sense. And then there's maybe a couple of steps, maybe 2, 3, 4, depending on how the flow goes for you, we'll see what happens, as you know, for some suggestions or advice of how to move around it, or just some clarification on what might be going on, so you can move around it for yourself or sort it out, move through it. So there may have been some disappointment or some disheartenment that's been around you or is around you now, and you're probably still, you know, tossing and turning in how this looks for you, how this feels for you, and thinking about that. So because this Three of Swords has come up, so that's you know, this is very much a mind energy. So this is about you, Aquarius, because it is, you know, the Swords, and you're an air sign. So whatever it is something that you are reflecting on, thinking about, and how you can best, you know, shuffle through, move through, run through the situation that you're in. But it's definitely a process that's going on there. So whatever it is that you're working through or processing, there seems to be something that is coming to an end. Or maybe this, whatever it is something has come to an end, and you're going through this feeling of disappointment and feeling a little bit disheartened. Because for some of you, it may not have turned out in the way that you would have liked to have turned out, but it was kind of, in some ways, there was something, where are they going there? There was something that you know, it's something that you couldn't do anything about, and I feel like that's where my heart, this heart thing is like it was out of your control. Some of you, I feel like there may have been, like it may have been, whatever is going on for you, there could have been a certain amount of control. However, at the end of the day, it's like there's a journey, or the story, or the whatever is happening is unfolded and evolved, and it's like that something has come to an end. Okay, and there's, because here is the Death card. So for some of you, there could literally have been somebody who has passed away, and so you're feeling, you know, what could I have done? And there's that sense of grief around it as well. But there is, you know, but if I feel like there is a transitional period for some of you, that something has definitely come to an end, and it may not be that, you know, a passing of someone in some way, some sort of grief thing, but there was a grief sort of a thing in the sense that something has come to an end. For some of you, I feel like that could be a friendship has ended, or a job has ended, and it may be that there is something that's you know, or a business that you've had to wind up, and moving into something new, or it's just maybe, you know, the end of the year, and there is like so much that has gone on, and there's that sense of, you know, of loss and something else, but of, you know, of that grief, but of just change, basically, in that sense. And it could be even that not necessarily that something hasn't panned out in the way that you thought it would pan out, but it's just having gone through all those emotions in this last year or so. But something is definitely coming to an end, or has come to an end, but let it come to an end so you can move on into this new being of you, or newness of you. So whether it is a new job, and whether it is building new friendships or relationships, whether it could be a marital thing that's going on, that you know, change in the family, a marriage or something like that. So it's allowing yourself to move through that and process it, and looking forward into the future, because the Sun card is here. And, you know, the Sun, you know, talks about, you know, optimism, and, you know, looking into a brighter new future, and allowing yourself to move into it. So these two, you know, to have these two major arcana cards, it's like there's something like definitely maybe coming around. It's happening, could happen quite quickly, or it has happened quite quickly, but don't, you know, it's like, and yes, you know, there is something about moving forward, but it's not that you forget about the past, it's just that you're allowing yourself to continue moving forward in this journey of life, and also, and a part of it is the grieving, or part of it, you know, in the change for whatever this change is brought about, okay, in some way or form. Some of you, that may be a disappointment with, like I say, a job or something like that, or you maybe just leaving, quitting a job, and moving into something new, a business, and it's just leaving behind. It may be that some of you have been in this position for, like, you know, quite some time, and it's like, it's just like, and not feeling like you're not going to be able to handle the change. Like some of you maybe in retirement, or somebody you may, and just, some of you are just like, you know, redundancy. I'm hearing something like that. in some way or form. Okay. Whew. And then the sun comes out. So there's that sort of energy there. So yeah, moving forward into the sun, knowing, or towards the light, you know, there's something, there is light there at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Because here's the 10 of, or the 8 of Swords actually, sorry. And the 8 of Swords talks about, you know, this is about you going in your mind, and this is self-restriction basically. So even though her hands are tied and she's got this blindfold on, she could probably quite easily navigate her way around without being cut, you know, or like there's no real barrier there because she can walk through that as well. And it's like, and she's not bound that tightly, you know, that she couldn't get out of that. So, but if you look at how the swords are situated, she could navigate her way through there quite easily without being hurt. So these are really, you know, your own restrictions that you're putting there, that you've put up there. And you're just not seeing a way out, basically. So this is about, and you know, it's almost like the analogy they give me is like you've tied your own hands up. So by not looking outside of, you know, not looking for other options and outside of the square with whatever is going on. And then this is, if you haven't got there, that this is like, you know, they're talking about not letting yourself get too tied up in your thoughts and overthinking things and projecting out what actually isn't there, okay? Beautiful. So there's some sort of movement. So we're just going to move. That was pretty quick. They're moving pretty quickly. So whatever it is, it's like just wanting to get on with it. So and move it. So look at that, moving pretty quickly. I just felt this energy that something is moving pretty quickly. And there's the Knight of Swords. So there may, because he brings in a something swift. You can see the way that he's moving. The wind is you know, there's air there. If you look at the horse's mane and his cloak, it's like there's movement that could be seemingly disruptive, because whatever is coming in or whatever has come in is going to make things, it's going to shake things up and make things rattle and roll. And that's why I feel like, because this is a Swords, this is around you. This is, you have the ability to make this change, because it's, look at the Swords of there. This is all about you to shift into something, you know, disruptive, and or could be another air sign, a younger a male energy or a young male energy that comes in, that helps just, you know, create this change, which is probably a welcome change, I feel. So there may be something where you may feel like, that may come about where you're going to have to like pick up and leave, like your house, your home. It could be something about travel as well, last minute travel, and you just spontaneously decide to think, or impulsively, in a good a way of impulse, and meaning that way, to make some changes, to do something different, which is really, really cool. So it's like, which breaks the cycle of something, because here they're talking about, you know, the world here. The world really is, you know, your oyster, really, and it seems a bit cliche-ish, I know, but it's like, and it's come underneath the dark or the death. So there may, because I'm saying dark, there may have been a bit of darkness around you. So, but the world is there. So this is something is opening up with this, you know, with this transition that you're going through. But you're going to have to let that go, with, you know, allow yourself to go through this processing of, you know, transition, okay, or rebirth or new, because And you know, with the death card, it talks about something dying away or moving away, shifting, to allow something new to come through. So that's probably in a way like your mindset, where you're thinking and how you're thinking about things. It's like, maybe that's that you're just getting in touch with your mind or your thoughts, and okay, I'm going to make this move, and I'm going to look at things positively. I'm going to not let myself get carried away or overthink things, and where I feeling like encases me, or, you know, restricts me, constricts me from doing what it is and where it is I want to be going or doing or having. So it's something you must, obviously, with these cards coming up, like skip out of something or hop out of that funny little space, and because the world is there. Okay, so with this energy, with these two planets, because there's a little bit of a power struggle there with you, with what shall I, shall I, well, what is it, is this the right thing to do, should I be feeling this way or should I not be feeling this way? So you may be of conflicting, thoughts and attitudes about, with these limiting belief patterns and thinking about what other people might say. But however, this is for you, not for anybody else. So it's about thinking about or worrying about about what you want, not what everybody else wants. Okay, so it may be that you do not go to a Christmas function that where people are maybe expecting you to do it, but you're going to be doing something different, and that's okay. And or for New Year's, it's like, and it may be that either way, this could be about New Year's, not necessarily Christmas. It could be whatever. So, but there's changes in that. So it's like you're bringing about this change, but only you can do that. Only we can do that for ourselves. So beautiful, Aquarius. So the world is, and it's like you're starting to see the world open up to you a little bit more. See, here's the Knight of Wands. He's all about action as well. So this is like going into bringing a lot of passion and energy, that enthusiasm, as well as, that reflects a drive and a willpower that brings that out of you. So this is where this energy with the Knight of Wands comes in. So he has that side of things. So whether he's about creativity, ambition, and expansion, because I'm drawn to expansion. Like this is expanding yourself out there. So whether it be, personally, like going out and dating again or something like that, or whether it be just going out and, with a bunch of friends or something like, and allowing yourself to enjoy yourself, or whether it be like you expanding your business, and or even your family. So it may be that you are the younger male energy there that's wanting to move into a relationship with somebody, and it's maybe in the past that you have, or you're wanting to move into a relationship with a male energy, so if you're a female energy, so vice versa. So but in the past that something has restricted you, from your mind about what, in the past has happened, that you don't want to move on with this. So there could be something in that sense of a combined, of moving into a relationship. Others of you, it may be more like you've made your mind up, you're going to move out of a relationship or shift something within the relationship and zhuzh it up. So whatever that is for you, it's like, and then whatever it is, the decision that you make, it's like it just opens the world up a bit. But whatever it is, there's something to do. This Knight of Wands comes in. So for some of you, it's the fact that he's come through, I feel like that could be more about a business venture, or just a project, or travel. I'm hearing as well, that because I'm being drawn to the sword. So it may be something about travel as well for some of you, if that means any, depending if this resonates with you. But it could be it's just a shift in the way that in your idea about how business how you're running your business. So maybe you shifting to more online for your business, and it's something that's coming up that you've thought about or tinkered about, but it's like you haven't seriously put it together, or you're starting to put it together more so, and you've realized actually this could really take off. So in a sense, this World card is like you're reaching more of the world out there with whatever is going on. It's like you've allowed yourself within your business to expand, but and not really stay constricted in old ways or thoughts and how to do things. Okay, because that's where that Death card comes in for that one. So this is really like something is really super moving, and it's super freaking fabulous. Cool. So this like getting it, and I feel like, and going back to the the planets and that. So you may with the power, the struggle with the planets, the Saturn and Jupiter meeting together. So they're both authoritarian sort of energies, leadership planets that bring out. So I've just got some notes here that I'm just going to turn my head and like read them a little bit of it. So Jupiter is basically a generous leader, or a leader who's associated with health and wealth, but in having a good time. Whereas Saturn is more like, I suppose, it's about more responsibility, is setting limits, guidelines and deadlines and things like that. So it's like when them coming into conjunction together, or coming in together at the same time and almost like meeting, it's like, and the energies are coming closer together. there is that feeling that could bring up a little bit of a power struggle, okay, within you, is how to do, and also with out of you. So, but the power struggle is, you know, and or with others and that sort of thing about. So this is kind of where this is, in a way, where this is coming through there. It's like this power struggle in belief systems and how you now look at things and something. So something maybe, or someone's maybe challenging you about you moving into, or just being your, you know, the leader, bringing the leader out in you. So you can walk your walk and, you know, with your truth and be your truth. So there's that side of things, which is kind of like, well, that can, you know, energetically, that can help explain things. So some things are just going to like naturally come in and progress, and then change, help you to make change, basically. But that's totally up to ourselves. So these, you know, like there is free will there. So even though this reading may make more sense, it's whether you choose makes sense to you, or, you know, any other readings that may make sense. It's like, what steps are we going to choose for ourselves to make things where we intuitively know where we need to be going, or where the signs seem to come up and we're balking at it. So it's taking some bold steps, taking some, you know, calculated steps, whatever that is, but it's about moving with the flow of things. And it may be, you know, the smallest decision may turn out to be the biggest decision that you ever made, and, you know, or whatever that is, how, you know, decision is a decision, or a choice is a choice, but we can make another choice. Okay, so the last card that's come out here, which is the High Princess. So she's all about intuition, and interesting. I'll just start talking about the moon cycle. Not the moon cycles, but the planetary cycles, but also the moon. So we come into a full moon on the 30th of December. So this energy with Saturn and Jupiter coming together in conjunction, you know, it's not. Even though there is this power struggle and it's between us, they can bring that's like going one, and it could be, there's a sense of balance in there as well that it brings about for many of us. And it may be that we are needing and required to set some limits and deadlines and boundaries in order to achieve what it is that we're wanting to achieve in the health, wealth and happiness, and having a good time. We can have it all. It depends on, you know, it's finding that balance. So that's what I'm hearing is the key is about, you know, then, even though with this power stroke, depending on what's going on for you, it can bring about that if we choose to go there. So the High Priestess comes in, and with the, like, she's connected to the moon, but I'm hearing like even the planets, they're talking about this energetic, you know, astrological energy, but she talks about, you know, the moon and listening, and intuition is the big thing I'm hearing. So she's talking about listening and connecting in with your inner self and listening to your intuition. So you may get these intuitive thoughts and maybe trying to figure out, discern what is this intuition, or is just me just thinking that. But the more we make these choices, and, you know, even if you think you're listening to your intuition, the more we do that, the more we're able to discern actually that is which is which. So, and then we end up being more in our intuitive feeling, being, knowing and enjoying it, okay, taking action with it. So when I say listening to it, it actually, yes, we hear it, but it's also, you know, going into taking action with it, okay, and following it through. And it's like, wow, okay. Then we become more knowing and understanding of what that energy actually feels like. So we more end up flowing with it. So once again, it's a choice. Whew. So I just want to go actually to, so that's just beautiful. Moving into, so the Knight of Wands, you know, that can also, because this energy comes in, he brings in new ideas, new thoughts. So he may be the energy that you need to come in at the moment and just like zhuzh you up to get you out of your, you know, into a little bit more willpower into making these shifts and changes. Trust, okay. Trust in the process, trust in what you are feeling, trust in what is happening, trust in that you know what you know is what you know, that there's that energy that's going on there, and you're probably just, what the hell did she just say? But if you listen to this again, you will understand what they're doing. So right, so there may be some stuff that's coming through that may be like channeling through, or you may just feel like writing about something. And also I'm feeling it like you're just feeling like sometimes, often when we write it out, it can make more sense to us. So, and not, it's rather than holding it in our head, in your head. And then we have shine your light. So whatever it is that you're processing and moving through, the sun is here. So shine your light. Let your light and your loving and your heart be the guide that that shows you or sends you, propels you forward into this brand new energy. So something really is moving forward, because I can feel the momentum and the way that I'm speaking to with Aquarius and my guides, and it was channeling messages through me. So just listen to it, feel it. Disconnect from emotional cords or attachments that you have connected with from anything like the past, stuff, or anyone or anything that's here. Not to say that you're pushing them away, but you're actually, even though they may be loved ones, but you're just creating space so you can not be influenced by what it is, from those emotional attachments that maybe probably do not serve you for your highest and best good, intentions for you, or best for you, or for one and all at the end of the day. Okay, so cleansing your energy would be a good one too. So a lot of you would probably be, I wouldn't be surprised, are empathic, or, some of it. We are all empathic. So, don't get me wrong with that. We are all empathic on saying that. However, some of us are more sensitive and more than others. So whatever star sign you are, or, or whatever sign you are, astrologically, we are all empathic to some degree. Just some of us are a lot more sensitive to it, but it's just about learning to manage it and manage what it is that is going on around us, and being more consciously aware, mindful of what it is that is going on. So this is about self work for all of us. Okay, so surround yourself in loving energy, whether it be music, colour, people, and places. So that's the purple ones. The writing there is from the collective of angels. So Archangel Michael, I just thought I'd make that, clarify that, has come through with these messages here. So call them in, or call them in to help you, with whatever is coming through for you, what you might feel you need. And this is from Archangel Raphael. So soon, he's just even call him in to help you with bringing in that energy of love and healing the heart chakra, or any other part chakra that needs healing as well. Okay. And I just feel like I want to come to the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. Oh gosh, they've got a lot coming through there as well. I'll take them all. Okay, center yourself. I'm just going to pop them in front of there. Stretch. So stretching, I mean getting out and doing some exercise. Yoga is a really good, or some form of exercise like that. Stretching, whether it be yoga or not, it may be that you are exercising. So maybe taking a little bit more time to warm up your body, to stretch, or before and after cool down. Perspective. So there may be a change in perspective that you are required to help you through this time, to shift you, help shift your mind, your thinking. Surface. A lot of the stuff is on the surface. So I do feel like there's that floating and that. And I did a flotation a couple of weeks ago, and I will do another one. It was just amazing. So it took me a few days to process into that, and I'm still on thinking about that. On saying that actually that there is still some stuff that I am still processing through, because it was an amazing experience. So revision. This is about using this time as in a way of revision about what has been happening in the past, and maybe even the recent past, not just the distant past, to help you shift through this and making sense of it, and also the core. So there's something that's at the core of it when we're going back to looking at the core of what was happening there, where it helps us to figure out where it stemmed from, and then we can go through these different layers of shifting and healing and understanding what was going on, and therefore in that process of healing it, when we know, get a bit more of an understanding of clearing whatever it is that was getting in our way, there's an understanding there, because I'm just getting to the core of things. Basically this is about going to the core of it. Okay, this is a little bit deeper than where it was before. So, and in the background are the angels helping to bring the stuff out, to help you to bring to surface what it is, this core stuff, and revision, and going, and stretching the mind, not just the body but the mind as well, out, and to review what is actually going on but being in and coming back into that centered, focused space. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, or we're going to leave it there, and so and wishing you a wonderful, happy, merry, loving Christmas time, Christmas celebration and time, and from my amazing guides and helpers, my spiritual team, and we leave that with you now, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. And we see you in a couple of weeks with these fortnightly reads, and or next week with the monthly read for January. Okay, bye for now. God bless, God protect, and have a wonderful Christmas.